Polygon price update.
Let's get into it.
So in today's video, guys, we're going to be taking a cheeky look at Polygon. This was, the former MATIC network and also the MATIC token. We're going to be taking a look at the technical analysis here and taking a look at the daily chart, the 4-hourly chart, and that hourly chart, and see if we can, predict what might happen here with MATIC in the short term. It's been doing phenomenally well, Chris, and see if that's coming to an end, if a correction is due, or whether or not there's more room to the upside. As we get into this video, guys, if you do find it useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you happen to be new to the channel, and you'd like to stay up to date with everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all those new cryptocurrencies and hidden gems that we talk about here. It is free, you'll stay well informed, so why not? Chris, anything you would like to add before we jump on down to the charts and start talking everything MATIC?
Yeah, well, those of you that have been watching since the early days of Cheeky Crypto will know that I invested early in MATIC and I've really enjoyed some of the rewarding gains off the back of it. But with that said, let me know what you think the future holds for MATIC, Polygon, price-wise in this bull market. Really interested to know your views and opinions.
Fantastic. Right, let's jump on down and get right on into it.
I like this project.
So this is MATIC.
I like all these projects.
Yeah, exactly. This is a MATIC to the USDT daily chart, Binance as the data source here. And we do have a Fibonacci retracement running on this one. It runs from the 30th of January through to the high. That was the 11th of March. That was a 40-day run that saw 1,361% in very juicy gains. And since then, there was a 44-day correction, so slightly longer than the actual move to the upside, Chris, by an extra 4 days. But after that, we actually then had the explosion to the upside. We actually took out that first price target of 85.8 cents at the 1.618 area of the Fibonacci. And obviously now we're coming back down. We have put this yellow line in last time we looked at this chart. And a good area of support, which was found on 74 cents. And today was no exception. Again, we bounced right off from there today, and it's holding up quite well. We actually have a dojo here where the current price of MATIC, Chris, is the same price that it opened on. So very indecisive market. It doesn't know which way to go right now with MATIC. So pay attention there. So basically the bulls and the bears are fighting against each other quite well and equally well. They don't know what to do. Ultimately, we were overbought on that relative strength index, and we have corrected down to about 61 right now, so pretty good. And on that motion to the upside, the volumes were very strong, and they have come right back down to pre-pump levels. So here we can see that actually they're back in line with where they were before, and we're just at a new level up here. So fantastic to have that kind of support level found here at 74 cents. And we are correcting right now. So we're looking to potentially continue to trade amongst our 85.8 and our 74 cent area. We're looking to kind of trade between these lines here until the relative strength index gets nicely corrected. The volumes are nice and stable, and then everything will be primed and ready to go. The 50 moving average, 100 and 200 moving averages are quite low, so these things do have to start to move on up over time here to get into a better position. So ultimately, we'll be looking at quite a bit of sideways trading, I would have thought, on this particular move for a few more, probably a couple of weeks or so, Chris, I would have thought, just to allow for our RSI to correct, our volume to stay a little bit more stable, and for our moving averages to eventually come and move on up towards the candles there. What we'll do is we'll pull this into our 4-hourly here for MATIC. We can see that how we were nicely overbought here. This thing got to a 91 on the chart, so pretty good. But obviously when you're that high, there is only one place to go, and that's to the downside, which we saw happen all the way down here. So right from the top, we came right way down at this point. We can see here on this 4-hourly chart how that 50 moving average came in and above the candles, and it's actually acting as a bit of resistance at the moment. The 100 and 200 moving averages are actually slightly below that, and we have found good support on our 74 cent line here. So if that holds up, we should be pretty good. Here's a test over here, there's a test over here, and there's a testing over here. So if that continues to hold, we should do pretty well for MATIC, and we'll continue to trade sideways here. And one thing that we can see, if it's clearer here, is the volume starting to stabilize. We can see how we are getting nice and low here on the relative strength index. So things are definitely starting to heat up quite nicely. Right, what we'll do is we'll just pull this down into our hourly. And here we can see that we are below the midway point, so we're at 45. But ultimately, yeah, we want to be a little bit lower in the same way that we were over here, right? So I imagine that this is going to be the most volatile one. We're going to see this thing swing around quite a bit. We are finding good support around this area with one blip in the middle here, which was when we were getting nice and low on the relative strength index. Otherwise, we have had some interesting crosses here with the 50 moving averages, and currently the averages are above the candles. So current pricing is below average pricing, if you will, on the 50-hour, the 100-hour, and the 200-hour averages there. So ultimately, yeah, we're below average pricing currently, so we'll probably be flicking that to the upside, but I don't think we're going to get that explosive growth yet. I think we have to trade sideways a little bit longer to get the daily chart deeper corrected than it currently sits. So I say it could be 1 week, it could be 2 weeks. Time's the hardest thing to gauge, but I'm anticipating that we are at a relatively low point here at the support line. I imagine that we will move up a little bit, not too high, and then get these corrections in this zone here. Until eventually we get that breakout event where we go on up and out. So be patient with this one. It's done incredibly well. It just needs to kind of go through its corrective stages, and then I think MATIC's going to be going after that second price target. If I pull this back up into our daily chart, right, the second price target here is $1.36. It's a 79% move from the current position. I just think we need to be patient with allowing this thing to do what it needs to do in order to get there. After we have $1.36 under our belts, we'll be going after $1.87 and then $2.19. So MATIC has a lot of potential, given everything that's going on in the space with fees and scalability issues and all that kind of good stuff. I can see MATIC being very well positioned to do incredibly well in 2021. Yeah, watch this space. It looks like it just needs to correct after a recent run that it's had, a very good one at that. And once that is over, it'll be moving once again. And guys, if you found this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you happen to be new to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with all of that technical analysis, new cryptocurrencies, news, and hidden gems, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By becoming a subscriber, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here. It is free, you'll stay well informed, so why not? And with that said, done and out of the way, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, take care.